are resisting posting, sharing, being witnessed on our very safe Business Miracles community forum, if you are resisting posting, sharing, being witnessed in your weekly process of intuitive planning, be aware that most likely this is trauma logic playing out for you. Now, neuroscience shows that when you repeatedly focus on a clear intention paired with an elevated emotion, the brain doesn't know the difference between the memory of a real event and the vivid imagination of a future event. Again, positive or negative. Your intuitive plan, as a result of this day, invites you every week into a new vision of a positive, imagined future, one created from your heart brain. Your heart brain is the deepest part of you that knows. This means your intuitive plan, as a result of this day, invites you every week into an experience of becoming. Write that down. Every week into an experience of becoming. The electromagnetic field of the heart is far more influential in the field generated by the brain when your thoughts and feelings are in alignment. The two fields synchronize. As you know, that's heart-brain coherence. And in that state, your influence on the quantum field becomes significantly stronger. Because of intuitive planning, you have a much greater chance of sustaining that coherence, and a much greater experience of actualizing a positive, imagined future every week. I am determined to see things differently. When our minds are aligned with love, the heart, 0.1 hertz, miracles flow naturally. When our minds are aligned with love, the power of the heart, you, especially as a highly sensitive person, have access to an entirely different type of GPS. Through the access to this entirely different type of GPS, you are directed in ways that your mind, your head brain alone, not only would not consider because of that trauma logic. So your head brain would not only not consider, but likely your head brain would persecute you for even considering. Your superego voice feeds you thoughts like, who do you think you are? That's not possible. This is how it's always been. So this is how it has to continue to be. Yet, here's what's so important as we enter into these community sessions of this intuitive planning day. The ultimate reminder for you as a highly sensitive person. Nervous system patterns aren't just habits, they're survival codes. If a certain behavior once kept you safe, once kept you connected, or once kept you in control, even if barely, your body, your nervous system likely will still cling to it like a lifeline. The person you became to get through the trauma is still in here. So when something feels threatening, a tone of voice, a power dynamic, a sensation in your chest, the trauma imprinted version of yourself very likely will step in and take the wheel before you even realize what's happening. Now, this isn't self-sabotage. It's self-protection. But here's the other thing. It's also not intuition. It's not. When something feels threatening, a tone of voice, a power dynamic, a sensation in your chest, the trauma-imprinted version of yourself will likely step in and take the wheel before you even realize what's happening. That is not intuition. That's trauma-informed self-protection. And here's the thing about trauma-informed self-protection. It can become a prison when it's no longer needed. I'm going to say that again. It can become a prison when it's no longer needed. That is our HSP shadow of overprotection. Now, according to A Course in Miracles, there is no separation of thought, meaning, as Louise Hay has said, like-minded people are those who are thinking similar thoughts as you. So take a look around again. Take a positive Zoom scroll through our virtual Intuitive Planning Day Zoom classroom that stretches from Saudi Arabia to Hawaii and many places in between. And look at who you have the opportunity to share your thoughts. Rather than enabling each other in the HSP shadow of overprotection, rather than suffering in isolation, which HSPs have a strong tendency to do, rather than swimming in the shame of if others only knew what I was really thinking, we come into aligned community. We come into an aligned community of HSPs in business and leadership committed to empowerment. We come into aligned community to engage in intuitive planning. Intuitive planning is an alternate route. Intuitive planning is an opportunity for a divine correction of thought to occur. Intuitive planning is an opportunity for a divine direction to be revealed every 4 months, every week. When you use your intuitive plan every week, you connect right back in to the elevated emotion of this day, this aligned community, the power of the heart, a different way, a determination to see things differently. Now, the mind, the head brain, will try to tell you that your weekly planning is happening in isolation. Yet in truth, you are tapping right back into the neural pathway retraining of this day, the power of this heart-led community, the love that's here, the belief that's here, the empowerment that's here. And according to A Course in Miracles, when we deny love, when we deny what's available in this community, we deflect the miracle. And when we accept love, when we allow ourselves to be seen, to be vulnerable in this community, to be in the process, ongoing process of intuitive planning, we invite miracles to work on our behalf. Every week, every day of the week, I am determined to see things differently. I am determined to see things differently. So when you say, I am determined to see things differently, you are saying, I am determined to change my business, my leadership, my life, and to do it through HSP intuition, power of the heart, love. Every week is a practice period. Every week is an act of becoming. Because here's the thing, my dear ones, you can't logic your way out of abandonment wounds. You can't intellectualize your way through a need for validation. You can't outsmart your inner child's ache for love, for safety, for being chosen. Patterns, neural pathway patterns, are emotional echoes. And sometimes you replay them, not because you're foolish, but because part of you is still hoping for a different ending to the pattern, a new parent, a kinder friend, a partner who won't leave. But recreating the wound never heals it. Please write that down. It just confirms what hurt you in the first place. And the exit isn't mental, it will never be. The exit is embodied. It starts with feeling what you've been avoiding and offering yourself what you've been chasing through choice and action, choice and action, choice and action. Intuitively guided choice, intuitively guided action every week, following the map of your intuitive plan. It's the only way to embodiment. You can't think yourself into embodiment. It doesn't matter how many books you read. It doesn't matter how many classes you take. It doesn't matter how many certifications you get. You can't think yourself into embodiment. You can't even meditate yourself into embodiment. You can't. You must be in action. So every week is an opportunity. Every week is a practice period. Every week is an act of becoming. Breath in and let it out.